Hey everyone, Eric Dodds from the RudderStack product team. I have a really exciting release for you today. We're looking at a terminal and a text editor because we just released one of the most requested features for our data governance toolkit, and that's the ability to programmatically manage your data governance resources. I'm excited to announce that today you can use an alpha version of our CLI utility to manage your data catalog and tracking plans as config files. You can store them in a Git repo and have version control throughout the entire process. Let's take a quick tour. We'll start in the app itself. Here we can see a basic data catalog. We have a couple of events and a couple of properties. We also have a tracking plan called Checkout Tracking Plan, where we've added an event and a property to that event that we want to enforce when those schemas flow through RudderStack. Okay, let's go look at our dev tools. Here you can see that we've defined events in a YAML config file. We have product clicked and product viewed. We also have our properties, and then we're combining those into a schema with rules for our tracking plan. Let's make a couple changes. We can add an event, and we want to add an event called product added. That looks good. This event is triggered every time a user adds a product. We could also add a property here. And we'll do product price. That looks great as well. And then the last thing we want to do is add another property to the tracking plan. We'll add product name. That looks great. And then we also want to make sure that it is required. And so we'll set that to true. So we've made a number of changes here. We have added a new event, we have added a new property, and we have added a property to the tracking plan. Let's go ahead and push those changes into GitHub and then watch the GitHub actions run to push them into the RudderStack platform. Okay, great. Now let's jump over into GitHub. And we can open a pull request. We can see the changes that we've made here. And so I'm going to go ahead and create the pull request. So we see no conflicts with the base branch, but our GitHub action is automatically going to run to validate the tracking plan. This is going to look at the config files and ensure that everything matches. All the references are correct, all the keys are correct. You can see that that GitHub action ran to validate the tracking plan, so we're safe to go ahead and merge it. So I'm going to merge this pull request. I'll confirm the merge. And then we can go look at the other action that's going to run. So this is running on merge, and this is actually going to sync the tracking plan to the RudderStack platform. We can drill in here and watch this run. So you can see that we're creating new resources and updating the tracking plan resource. That happened successfully, and our merge is successful. So let's go back into the RudderStack platform. If I go back into the data catalog, you can see that there are now 3 events here. We added the product added event. You can also see the new property that we added. And if we go into the tracking plan, we can see that there are now 2 properties, including the new property that we added to the tracking plan. And we did all this programmatically. You can check out our docs for more information, and we would love for you to try out the alpha version and give us feedback. We have a ton of features that we're actively working on here, and we're excited to enable you to manage your data governance resources programmatically.